Hi, my name is ILKIN. I go by Hanna. I'm the author of Blue Mountain Mist. I am doing another entry today, and this one has to do with some of the challenges which are part of C3's history. We are on video number 337. There's a total of about 900. We are omitting some of them, redoing some of them, but the public in the future will not see any of these. These are just part education, part a gift, part to open it up to the globe. So first of all, let's talk about what is going on. In 2009, 2010, copyright was taken, and that is animal to hominid. In animal to hominid, there were discussions about clans. Now, why would Hanna know about clans? Well, first of all, she's always with the poorest rural people of Anatolia, um, because she's mating with a clan member. Now, is clan a bad thing? Is it like a Ku Klux Klan? No, but there are there are problems with it. When we think of the armed forces, that is one clan. When we think of Ku Klux Klan, that is one clan. When we think of celebrities, that is one clan. And celebrities have it really tough. Remember, these people did not make the cut for assassin. It is cutthroat. For a form of security, they huddle together. But before we even get into clans, we're going to talk about linguistics and what exactly these guys are doing to our planet. First of all, when we think of linguistics, with the Alaskan levee break and it merging humanity together, something started evolving with Hanna's linguistic work. Now, sorry, I do talk in third person, and that is the overall impacts of the enhancers, but Hanna is really myself. So we are talking about linguistics now. So in 2013, when she did the trademark for Kanata means wings, it went on to the media, it went on to the thing. It was the start of cluster 3. What is important about linguistics? Well, there's about a total historically in 1998 of about 7,000 languages. These languages have a base, no different than foundation on a person's face before makeup is applied. That base is a constant of the animal kingdom. That linguistic changes almost every 1 or 2 kilometers that early humans migrated, whether it's clans or whether it is different topographies, different animals. Obviously, if there's mooses in Canada and there's none in Yakut, there's going to be different verbiages. Either way, make a long story short, there's still a classic underlying linguistics. Now, what these guys are trying to do is eliminate that foundation in the name of progress. Now, why are they doing that? Because with the alteration of linguistics, probably about 600 years ago, with the alteration, we developed thousands of academically rich academia. That's Parisian or German or Armenian or Russian. Now, however, as important as that is, that base linguistics of the earliest human languages are also important, because the way Hanna designed it is it's a third industry that's completely clean. Now, when we look at Skeld, for example, now I don't know if that is a particular language, but it actually hurts the person who is trained acoustically to early human dialogues. Now, that could be because it's part of an Indo-European base of languages. It could be because it's complete bullshit. Either way, in the end, whatever it is, it actually hurts this person's ears because it is so damn fake. And it's not like Parisian. Parisian is based off supreme intelligence, like the France-based linguistics or Latin or any of those family categories of languages. When we start playing with linguistics again, because their forefathers played with linguistics, and we cut out the underlaying foundation, you're putting makeup on raw, it doesn't come out the same. Now let's go to what is happening with the clans. Now you have to understand the whole China was told one little rumor. They started crying and wailing and vomiting and doing all kinds of things. And Hannah's looking at them. Now, what is the problem? It goes back to clan base. To understand clans, think of a balloon. So, balloon represents China or represents these guys, the bronzers, or represents the armed forces. What is the knife? The knife is actually a thorn or a weapon, which is Hanna. Now, why is she the weapon? Because she is not part of this little group of very beautiful, made up individuals. She's completely in civilian, natural mode. Now, these guys work with intelligence all the time. But when they start whacking off blacks and whacking off whites and, making themselves darker cosmetically or making themselves whiter cosmetically, and it's one big happy clan, is that a problem? It actually adds to Hannah's theory of dumbification projects. So not only do we have clans that are just one group, but when we combine it with the linguistics of fake, everything starts sinking academically. Now, maybe they know this and they're passing the baton to India and China, part of Oxford's light. Let's pass it to them. But they still miss the point of intelligence. Intelligence means we know the foundation that Taylor Swift or whoever this female is, could be a double. We know her foundation is, let's say, Shiseido or Lancome or Estee Lauder. Whatever we cake on top is academics' genius. That, to develop genius now, we actually need to look at several different components. One, bring out globally the first linguistic of Earth, the dominant linguistics. Number two, make them aware that, Hannah might be a knife, yes, Hannah might be a knife, but it's the best thing that has ever happened to them because we are actually pushing intelligence by having that annex Chad black person and pushing tolerance and pushing different types of intelligence in a pool of group of people. So when they have this like oatmeal color and they're in Fantasy Island and they're all mating together and, they got rid of the knife, they're just like a happy little balloon all together and their worlds are completely gone. Because what ends up happening is when you're not tolerant with people, someone might pull a stunt in Russia or North Korea or China and whack all these individuals off for stupidity. Now, this is the kind of challenges Hannah ran into, but it might not just be them. Like I said, when we think of clan, don't just think of something that came out of southern Turkey in its remote format, which is a fantastic look at evolution. Think of the armed forces as one clan, a disconnect from female. Think of the media people as one clan, a disconnect from hardcore Negro or a white person who works at McDonald's, who's a genius but just works at McDonald's. Think of linguistics and the thousands of stories based off language. So when I start saying jabu jibi ja ju ja di because it's fake, it actually hurts the ear and it pushes what world? It pushes the dumbification project. And the last thing we need is the dumbification project, because I'll tell you why. They'll just whack you off and start off the world again with just medical doctors. And we lost in the Ghost World War between 1998 to present, millions of people, because of the simple fight of linguistics not being in its natural format or clan-based ideologies that don't push intelligence. Now, look how beautiful these people are, but are they beautiful? They are actually not to Hanna, because Hanna loves the variety and the exoticness of different types of humans. So by supporting Hanna's work, we want to bust this bubble. We want to bust it and actually push green industry. Now, you have to understand, Hanna's working horribly injured, but for every day that she walks around, and the Asians in Ontario are giving her such grief, like they're crying and wailing, and I have to almost show you a video. Let me see if I can find it. Like, they're wailing because one person told an ape one story, and they don't realize how socially not not integrated they are, which is not a good thing. When we watch this video, oh my God, it's so funny because it's part of media impacts. And I'm gonna turn off the volume because you don't need to see it, but I'm gonna pull it. And you know, they're screaming that they're the only Turks, and they did so much damage to the Anatolian indigenous, and they did so much harm. And like, if you see this female, one gossip, and they were all, they're wailing their eyes out. It was horrific. One single gossip, the dangers of, look, it was, I needed to give her tissue. It was the most horrific thing. And I'm a prophet saying this, wailing and wailing that they're only Turks. And it goes back to that balloon concept of how lethal clan base is amongst the entire story. Now, if you guys don't understand this, I do, but they're actually bitching at Hanna because it was one wrong gossip, the power of media. So how do we fix this? Working injured, you have to support the real evolve, and you have to support Blue Mountain Mist, and the only way we can do it is through the interactive of the blue visual. But it's awful when we have one gossip that torments the lives of the honorary, which is really, really sad. You know, this is where we are today. Another entry. Thank you.